Hey, what's up everybody? This is Chris with Digital Room. Welcome back. As you probably noticed, I'm dressed a little differently, but you know, it is what it is. I'm actually working on something very special for y'all. But right now, I just want to show you how to take a snapshot or a frame from your video and insert it into Photoshop, so you can probably use it for as I'm using it for ebook book covers or things like that. So let's just go ahead and show you how to take your image from your video and place it into Photoshop and get rid of the background and whatnot. So we're just gonna jump right into it. All right, boom, we in here. So, and you probably noticed my background's a little different. You know, I set up the background just so I could take this photo, or pretty much get this photo from and be able to remove the background from it. So boom, let's see what we have here. This is not the right one. Boom, this is the one we want. So this is what the footage looks like. All I did was run the footage, run record, as I'm doing right now. Ran record, let it play, did a couple of different poses, and now I'm just gonna kind of scrub through, see which pose I like, see how I like, which one I feel resonates the best, and then do some Photoshop editing and make it real nice for the ebook cover. So we're just gonna hop right into that. Why I chose to do this method, you know, we can take a lot of different pictures, and when you're a one-man shop, you know, you need somebody behind the camera or have a remote to take the pictures, but then a way to see the pictures. Well, this way allows you to kind of pick and choose what you want by just scrubbing through your timeline. So we're in the VLC player here. If you are using QuickTime, you can just do a edit and copy once you get to the frame you want, but there's a different method for the VLC player. I like that one. I like that one, 49. Let's see what else we got. Yeah. Because I'm trying to envision what the ebook cover already looks like, I really want to pick the best one that I already kind of know how I'm gonna design this cover. Because I'm gonna do include my my icon for Digital Realm in the cover. That's kind of having fun a little bit, like check it out, move down. I like this one. This one's nice. It's inviting. 117, 49 and 117. This is me having a little bit of fun though. Let's see what we got. I moved a little too fast. And you can probably notice when you move too fast, you know, you get the blur. So you want to kind of hold your pose when you're posing. Let's go back to 49. What 49 look like? Boom. I really wish I should have did this in live so I can get a feel for what y'all think is nice. Let's just grab them both. Get it? Just grab them both. So 49 and 117. So with the VLC player, you want to go up here to video, take a snapshot. Boom, it hops in your snapshot. It's going to go into your pictures folder, so you'll find it there. And what I say, 117. Yeah, 117. The smile is bigger on 117. I like 117. Trying to see if I want the head tilt, how I want it tilted. Do I want it straight up? Then again, these are all things you can factor in. I don't like how when I have it straight up, it looks like my right arm is coming up a little bit. So let's just stick it right there. Keep it right there. Boom. Video, take snapshot. Bam, you got both of them in there. So we're done with the VLC player. So we're gonna go ahead and one thing I like to do, it's personal. You don't have to do it like this, but since I'm doing an ebook, I'm going to let's just create new for now. I know the ebook is going to be a print, so you can go to print. And we have book mockups here, so we could probably just drop in one of these book mockups. I more than likely will do that. But you have those book mockups, but for now we just want to create the cover. So we're going to do the letter cover, so at 18.5 by 11 inches, which is usually a typical paper cover. Boom, we got that. So now we're going to go ahead and drag and drop the images that we created. Boom, that's one. And these are all from your live stream video that you know how you're making, or your recorded video that you've made. See, this one I'm not even liking anymore. Now that it's smaller, I like this one still. This is one I made before. I really like that one. So we're gonna get rid of this second one. Boom, I really don't like that one as much. This one still lives good, but I think I'm gonna stick with this one. This one just is bright, it's nice, I like it. Boom. We're gonna keep this other one. One thing I like to do is keep a reference folder, so I don't like to throw anything away just in case I want to change some stuff. Let's do a new background, and put it over the top, like that. Boom. This is usually my workflow, so you can steal my workflow. It's okay. I prefer you steal my workflow. So what we're gonna do now is go ahead and let's make a copy. Let's make a copy of this one and put that one in the reference too. So I like to keep everything like referenced back just in case I mess something up. And let's go ahead and start to save this file out. So we're gonna save this file out let me save it over here so y'all won't be in all of my junk. Let's save this in my ebook. Let's say we're gonna do ebook cover. Boom, and then we're gonna save it as PSD. Simple as that. Boom. As you see on this screen, it shows you that I saved it as PSD, so you know I officially saved it. Yeah, let's go. So we're gonna go ahead and go to the Marquee Tool. Let's zoom in by pushing Control plus. Zoom in. I want to go in the Marquee Tool and just select around my person, my photo. Boom. A nice little border around them. And you want to go right here to this little circle in the middle of the square and hit that. That's going to give you an alpha channel. Boom, we set the alpha channel on this. So now with the alpha channel we can pop out, scale this up. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. But hold down Alt, scale this up, and we have a nice image for our ebook cover. Boom. Now we don't want I personally don't want the image that big right now, so what we're gonna do is I'm just making it big right now because you're gonna see in a second what I'm going to do. So we're gonna pop out, make this as big as we can for now to fit within our frame. A little smaller, just a little bit smaller, because what we're gonna do is cut out all of this background. So first thing we want to do is go ahead and, well, we can try the quick select tool. So let's see with the quick select tool, because we do have a nice hard edge around our character here. And I'm calling myself the character, but you know, you have a nice hard edge around here. So we're gonna just see what the quick select will do. Boom, look, the quick select pretty much selected everything that's white there in the background. Did it again. If you hold Shift and then click again, it adds to what you already selected, and it looks like it's selected everything. And there's this one little corner here that needs to be selected as well. So we're just gonna select it just like that. And I got to the lasso tool by just hitting right here. Boom. So now what we're gonna do, because we already have an alpha channel assigned, we're gonna do is just do a fill on the alpha channel. Make sure the alpha channel is selected. So you select it by hitting this here. Let me make the screen larger so you can see better. But you hit the alpha channel here. So make sure you're off of here and on here. So now if we want to get rid of something, we need it to be black in the alpha channel. So we need it to be black, so we're going to go to edit, fill, make it black. Boom. I know I'm going kind of fast, you know, if you got to pause it to go back and get it, go back and get it. But as you see, now our character is cut out completely. What I do want, well, before I do that, we might go even further into how we're going to do the alpha channel. I'm not sure yet because I didn't want the desk necessarily to be here, but we might be able to keep it. So we'll see what it looks like when we get into the actual dropping the logo in. So let's just go ahead and do that to start to get a feel for what this looks like. All right, so let's drop the logo in. I'm gonna drop 2 logos in because I'm not sure which one I want to use. So I have that logo and I have this logo. One is more vertical, one is more square. So let's see what the vertical logo looks like. First, boom, we select it. Digital Rim Consulting. Okay, that's something. Let's see what the other one looks like. This is what I thought would be pretty cool if, like, why I selected this image, because I was like, well, my hands are kind of like if it were sitting on top of the head of the icon here. And I would play around with it. Like, again, I'm showing you this just so you can see the different tools and the different techniques you can use to create this look. I'm playing around with this again. So what I'm gonna do is do an alpha channel on my actual logo. Even though I usually don't recommend this because you want your logo to pop and be consistent with your brand, but because my face is also my logo, I'm trying to do a little play off and see what that looks like. So we're gonna see what that looks like. We're gonna go ahead and go to pick a lasso tool, and we're gonna do is try to guesstimate to the best we can everything that's like our arm here. So just imagine like everything under this line is gonna be under my hand, if that makes sense. It'll make more sense when we get there though. And I usually would go in here and get a lot closer. Actually, I'm gonna do that because I didn't believe in that last one. It just didn't feel right. Boom. And you could always go in here and, you know, fix it up later on. But I'm trying to keep it fast for this video. Boom. And I think that's good enough because that covers where the actual logo is on the screen. Boom, like that. And we're gonna take that and then do the same thing we did before by selecting the little icon here, but you see it inverted it the wrong way. Now, right now, that's a good and a bad thing, because really I can, while it's like this, I can go back in with a brush tool go back in with a brush tool, make the size smaller, make the hardness a lot more hard, size a lot smaller, and then everything that I see that's brown here, I'm going to paint that off. So let's paint that off with the white. So we're going to paint opacities down. So turn the opacity definitely all the way back up, and we're just going to paint everything that's brown white in the alpha channel. And I'm not gonna lie, usually I will do this with the tablet, and I might move over to the tablet just to make it easy. But let's just stay. We don't have to get into details for just this demonstration. So let's just stay with the demonstration. Boom. Because I don't even know if I like it yet. Okay, so essentially this is what you're gonna get. You know, you have the logo that looks like I'm kind of resting my arms on the logo, and then you have me on top. I kind of like it. I like it a little bit. I'd rather people recognize my brand a little better, so I don't want to go rock with that. So I'm gonna just leave it like this. Keep it consistent. They can recognize my name. They can recognize my brand. When you see me on Instagram, social media, boom, you'll know what it looks like. So I think that's the best way to rock. Boom. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and make this smaller. I don't think I want to be that big on the actual thing. Boom. And I actually like how this digital right there works with my table. So we're gonna go ahead and rock like that. Boom. Let's go ahead and move both of these back up. I'm gonna go ahead and move this one back into reference, because I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna work with that one. Boom. This one just flows better, like so. I'm gonna go ahead and move this back up. See what that looks like. Okay, we're getting somewhere. So I'm liking this flow. I want this to be more in the middle, because I have more words to come below it. So let's see what this looks like if we move this up straight in the middle. I actually even like that. As if I'm sitting behind it. Something like that. Boom. But you can't see the REM. I don't like that. So what we're gonna do, because you can't see the REM, we're gonna create a new layer. Do I want to create a new layer or just make myself smaller? Let's make myself smaller. Again, it's just it's really just plugging away and seeing what's working and what's not working and what does work. So plugging away. And I'm thinking I'm starting to get to the conclusion where this black digital is gonna be my desk. Like so. Boom. That's my desk. I'm gonna go ahead and move it down. Boom. That's my desk. I like that. I like that. Boom. So we're gonna save it. Make sure you always save. Constantly save. Always save. When you hit a good point, save. Every time. So now we're gonna go ahead and name this. This is my picture. Then we're gonna put picture. Boom, that's the picture. This is the logo. I don't need the new layer as of yet. Let's just go ahead and delete it. Boom, we're deleting that logo. So now, what else do we want on the front of our on the front of our ebook? We want the website. So we gotta do some text real quick. Some text. Boom. Let's grab this text here. Boom. If you can't see the text because it's white, go up here to the top. Go ahead and drag to the black. Boom. Now you have it. That's the text right there. I want to make sure it is aligned in the middle of the whole scene. So what I want to do is grab the text. Is it usually it'll align? Maybe it's aligned. Or there we go. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Boom. So now we're gonna keep the text. And what I like to do is always, like, as it cascades down the sheet, it's the same in my layers. So everything that's at the top is at the top, unless they're working together like this. But everything that's at the top is at the top. So we're gonna do this. Boom. We're gonna go ahead and move this up because there's gonna be more text to come. And it's definitely a lot of empty space here that I'm thinking of as we're designing, I'm thinking how I'm going to fill up this empty space. So, but I really like this, how it's sitting, like how the balance right now. So I'm really liking that. Okay, so let's move on. I know you're probably like, well, designers are feeling me. I know people who aren't, designers are probably like, yeah, just keep going. All right, let's just keep going. So digital room consulting, that's what we're offering. That's why I'm wearing this suit, and that's why I'm taking this picture like this, because again, we're offering the financial literacy in some personal regards, being credit management thing and personal funding and things like that. But let's continue on. I don't want to go on that right now. So we need to insert more text. Boom. Let's do some more text. Oh, I messed something up. Let's just go ahead and delete that. Boom. I know I could probably fix it, but it's just easier just to do it, like this. DIY, do it yourself. Credit. Prepare. Guide. I know this again is my design video for the designers out there, but if you're having issues managing your own credit, I'm making a guide just for you. I'm providing a guide just for you. Just like that. And what I want to do, now that I have this on the screen, I'm getting a feel for where things are at, and I can see like the negative space and the positive space. I want this to live on its own, and kind of to separate these two worlds a little bit. I'm gonna do a quick little graphic. So let's just put, and then I also want to separate this one as well. That's at the bottom. I would consider that like a footer or something, but that's at the bottom. So what I want to do is a little graphic. So let's put a little graphic here, and the little graphic being a shape. It's that simple. Putting a shape on here. So let's do the Marquee Tool. We're gonna do an edit fill, and then we don't necessarily have to figure out the shape just yet. So I'm just gonna choose my primary color of my brand. I don't know why it turned black. That's weird. Because my primary color, tripping. Z, edit, fill, color. Then it'll choose the color that you want. So it's choosing this color now. Boom. Just like that. Now that I have it in here, I'm like, well, the DIY can probably be white now to play off of each other. Boom. Okay, now, that works. There we go. We getting somewhere. So is there extra space there? Nope, it's not extra space. It's just kind of just has some room. So we're just gonna leave it like that. Is this legible? Yeah, it's legible. Boom. It feels very bold. And one of the things I always preach to my clients, like, less is more most of the time. But we're gonna keep pushing. So we have this layer. We're gonna call this the title banner. All right, let's do another shape. Let's do one around. What's this layer? Oh, that's the layer I just created. We want to do one under the digital room consulting. Boom. So let's do one under that. Marquee Tool. I'm actually going to do it like this because I wanted to kind of give this like little U shape at the bottom and a little interesting shape at the bottom. We're going to do an edit fill again. Edit fill is going to fill with a color. We can always change it later on, but I like the black. For this instance, I like the black on my primary color on my main secondary color being the black, or the dark blue. I feel like a line, there should be a line here and I'm not seeing my line. Properties, path, tools, swatches, blah, 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 blah. I don't know. I know in Illustrator it gives me a lot more line options. Now with this done, I'm actually curious of how this will look if I drag this closer to the consulting repair or the credit repair. Drag that closer, drag this down. How does that look? I'm really liking this part, like how it looks like it's overlaying the digital. But now we have all of this negative space up here. What are we gonna do with that? That is the question of the hour right there. I want all of this to move together like so, but it's just so much negative space at the top. How to approach this? Because I got it. This is how we'll approach that. So what we're missing here, my other screen going off. What we're missing here, let's just go ahead and move this to the top. Give a little head space here. Let the main focus be, boom, your brand, boom, secondary behind, under it. I'm like, do I want to make more space or less space right now? Let's do it like that. Let's make it look consistent with the spacing between the letters. So we're gonna make it consistent with the spacing between the letters. Consulting guide sits there like that. Boom. Let's save this. Let's save this for now. Again, save. Let's turn this Digital Realm Consulting down at the bottom white as well. Yeah, let's keep it white. All right. So what we do, what we also need to include is probably list some stuff that's in this book. That would be a good thing to do, right? So let's list some stuff. Boom. Let's change our color font, our font color, I mean, to black. Just want to see something real quick. Just want to say something real quick. All right, let's downsize this. 24s, rolling on them 24s. All right, 24 might work for now. All right. We show you in this book, what do we show you how to do? We show you how to freeze, or better yet, how to update your credit profile. What else do we show you how to do? What's going on? Where's the... Okay. Oh, it's way... Whoa, that one's super far. Okay. Okay, now. Delete. This is your what is this called? I don't know if it's kerning or leading or whatever, but it's a space between your lines. You need to change this if you can't see where your stuff is at. Boom. All right. I'll show you how to delete inquiries, or not delete. Let's say remove inquiries, remove collections, remove bankruptcies, what else? We have bankruptcies, collections, remove medical bills, what else? Remove medical bills, collections, bankruptcies. Let's just leave it there. And all other types. Actually, I'm gonna put that on its own line, and I actually gonna put update your all right. We're gonna go ahead and put it off here to the right. Actually, this is what you can do and more. Credit profile, update your credit profile by, let's say by. Let's just have this as a list of things. Boom, by. And again, we're on the design side. I'm trying not to think as much. I should have thought this through of what the actual type I'm gonna put on here. But hey, you know, you gotta roll with it. So we're gonna do another one similar to just this one right here. So I'm gonna just do a duplicate and move another one over here. But on this one, this is gonna answer the question. If you update your credit profile, or the problem on the left side, the solution on the right side. So if you do all of these things on the left side, what can you obtain on the right side? So strong credit allows you to, I'm gonna just delete all of this, obtain first obtain, let's say obtain credit cards. Well, let's even start even more basic than that. Obtain approval for housing. Obtain low interest auto loans. Let me put obtain in the top, because it seems like obtain is making my text run off too far. Boom. Let's say you not even say housing. Let's say low interest mortgage. Payments. Lower interest auto loans. I know this is not as much design as, you know, on this part, it's not as fun. Lower interest auto loans. Lower interest personal loans. High limit. You got to throw a curveball in there. High limit credit cards. I think that's good. And more. Boom. This guides, this book shows you how to after following the steps, you can boom. After following the steps, you can lower interest rate, blah, 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 all that. All right. So I don't know if I like these both sitting next to each other like this. So what I'm gonna do is figure out which one's which. That's that one. Boom. I'm going to move you up. You're gonna go up further. And I think I want like digital rim consulting up here as well. I like how this sits on my shoulder, kind of. Boom. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this back down over here. I'm gonna center, make this sense, put this in the center. I don't like that. Boom. And again, it's a lot of push and pull when you're trying to, you know, that's what design is about. You pushing, you pulling, trying to figure out what's what. What I'm thinking is doing something similar to this. Instead of having a bullet list like this, we'll do something more like this. And these are all tools you learn as you design, like different ways. And you just pay attention to the industry, like how other people are designing, and you kind of learn other ways to do things or present information. We're going to center all of this information like so. Boom. Now we could just, bam, there we go. I like that. So then I could put another banner like right here, or even split them up like that. Boom. You're just splitting them up. And I'm gonna go ahead and move my face and stuff back up to the top. I think all of these live together, so we're just gonna throw all of these in a folder. Main graphic. We're gonna throw all the, oh, did I grab the wrong thing? Yep, I did. The logo goes in the main graphic. All right, so we're gonna throw the main graphic over the top of everything just to get it out of the way. So I really just want to focus on working on this part right now. So with the main graphic, because we threw it in the folder, we can grab just the folder. Oh, I forgot the banner. Throw it in main graphic as well. When you drop it in the main graphic, it goes on the top layer, so you just want to drag it to the bottom. Simple. You didn't break anything. Just go ahead and take that to the top. I still feel like I'm missing something up here, but we're gonna figure that out in a second. Boom. That's the one I'm looking for. Just drag this down. And we're gonna give this the same treatment. So remove this first bullet. Go ahead and combine them all together. This actually opens up more room for even more, you know, examples. But I like to and more. So I don't think there's a limit to boom, just like that. Now we're gonna grab this one again. Just drag it down. Just drag it down a little bit more so we can give a little bit of space between the two. And this banner copy, drag that down like so. Boom. Now you have it. Have that part at least. This book shows you how you can. I feel is getting lost in the things you can do. So let's just make that part just a little bigger. And a good rule of thumb I like to do is just do the best that you can to line these up. So it's like a box. It's making this box shape. Very simplified shape. Like that. Do the same thing, something similar for this one. Excuse me, I have to see who's messaging me. Boom, okay. So we're gonna go ahead and scale this one up as well. But because this one's at this limit, I don't want to make this huge because I don't want it to overtake this or overtake that. So we're going to just make it the size of that one. And again, these are all little tips and tricks that you learn as you design. Like, and there's no right answer. That's the beautiful thing about it. There's no right answer. This digitalrealmconsulting.com can go up to the top. This can live at the bottom. As I'm even, like, you can tell as we're even doing this right now, I'm figuring it out as I go. Let's move this main graphic down. Boom, that feels better. So now, when we move all of these down, this after you follow the steps section acts more as a footer to the whole thing. So that should be like the last thing you read going down the page or down the cover of the book. I'm gonna leave a little space just to give it another break, just to give it a little bit more dynamic, like that. Boom. I want to change this. So since this is a positive thing, we have the negative in, again, it's a psychology thing. We have the negative here in black. These are the things you can do. Boom. I can't put it in red or anything because that doesn't match my brand. But now that we have this positive thing that after you're doing all of this, you can do this, let's go ahead and make that white. That's a positive. Boom, credit repair guide. After you follow these steps, you can, blah, blah, blah. So even if you skip the black, do a DIY credit repair guide. After following these steps, you can lower interest rates. It highlights this. This is what it highlights. Okay, how do I get there? I can always go back to the end, you know, the part that says what this book shows you how to. Boo, 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 boo. You know? I ain't gonna lie. I wasn't even gonna say it, but I kind of chuckled because I think of I think of Key and Peele when he be like boo 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 boo. What does boo 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 mean? You know, boo 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 boo. Anyway, I know I'm gonna lose some people on that one, but it was a funny little skit. And actually, I might just go ahead and take that to the bottom, because it's starting to feel like make it feel like it's an accident if I leave it with a strip at the bottom. I don't want it to feel like an accident. I want it to feel like it's supposed to feel. I'm gonna make this a little bigger. Actually, let's just do the same thing. Let's make this a big stripe at the top. Boom. Digital Room Consulting. This is your ebook. What? All right. Let's save. Save. All right. So it's very simple right now. I still feel like there's a lot of space here that can use something. I don't know what that something is, but okay, well, we'll do. Now this is where the design comes into play, and we're gonna try to see what we can accomplish with this. So let's make this the header banner. Always name your stuff. Please name your stuff. Please always name your stuff. I don't care if it's only your project. Name your stuff. Especially if you work in a studio, name your file, name your layers, name your files, name your folders, name everything all the time. Because you want a real designer always wants to be able to the ability to be able to hand off their design files to another designer just in case they need them, you know, to pick up where they left off. So always name your files. Then if you are, you know, you start to establish a good naming convention, you could sell your files as templates online to people who, you know, like to take shortcuts. I'm really liking the breakup of this. This can use a little more down, center it a little bit, because now I'm looking at the distance between here and the distance between here. So just trying to center it that way. This one, because this is a digital book, I'm not too worried about the having the buffer, what is called the print. I can type the type. You're not supposed to put text too close to the edge, put it like that. But because this is a digital product, I'm not too worried about that. Boom. I'm liking this book. It's still, again, missing something. Just something to give it a little something. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna have a little fun. All right, let's go. Let's make some shapes. Actually, let's. Gotta do some organizing real quick before I start making shapes and getting all out of whack. And we'll actually make this a part of the footer too. So now we have a main graphic, footer, header. We'll throw the header where it's supposed to be in the layer. Oh, where it's supposed to be above the main graphic in the layers. Go ahead and save. Now we have it organized and we have our reference still. Boom. Now let's do a new layer. Boom, do a new layer. We know we want it between the header and under the header, but above the main graphic, we actually probably want it below that. So what we're gonna do, I don't know what we're gonna do yet. Let's play around. And I think the better way to play around, let's save this right now. The better way to play around, I'm gonna change over. Can I change over? Let's see. That's what I'm looking for. So we're gonna change over to my tablet here. Boom. Now that we're on the tablet, let's grab the pen. I just want to play around. I want it to be very, very organic, as if I'm drawing. So I really want to get from the technical side of working with the mouse and get more organic and more hands-on. So we're just gonna grab the brush tool here. Boom. Let's just do black right now. Let's do black and see what black looks like. I want to essentially draw the attention up to this Digital Realm Consulting right there. And these are rough sketches. I might go back and just change how it looks with real shapes. But I just want to get a feel for possible design. Maybe something like that. Maybe like a tiered off blue. So it's like lighter, I mean dark, lighter, all the way to the middle. I like the shape. It feels like it flows. It feels like the triangle here kind of keeps your eyes right there, but then it kind of veers off to the edges. Let's see what that looks like. Let's not talk about it anymore. So what we're gonna do, we'll just drag this back out to our other monitor so I can look straight back. What we're gonna do, boom, we're back. So what we're gonna do is because I was thinking of probably doing some like interesting shapes, but it's a book and I really want to keep it very, for lack of a better terms, rigid in the design. So what we're gonna do is make a triangle. Let's make one triangle. Boom. Triangle. Bam. Like that. We're going to image, fill with a color. Let's fill it with this color. Boom, we filling it. I'm feeling it. Feeling it. Bang. Feel the high that you get from the high. Boom, we're gonna make a duplicate of what we just did. Then we're gonna do an edit, transform, flip horizontal. And that's just gonna flip it, like mirror it. Like so. Boom, it mirrored it like so. We're under the header. So since we're under the header, let's just, Let's do the opacity. Let's move this opacity down to 80. Get rid of this layer so we can get rid of them lines. Move this opacity down to 80 as well. Boom. 80. We're going to what I don't like the fact that they don't touch. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and move this over where they're touching. We're gonna merge these two together. I push Control E to merge them together. Go ahead and drag this down like so. Drag this up like that. Boom. So now, and we want to center it. Want to center it right over my head. Because to me, this gives the inclination of rising. You know, raising your credit, raising your score. We're gonna raise that thing. That's how we're gonna do this. So we want to fill this some more with the other. I accidentally filled the shoot. Boom. Edit. Fill the color. It's gonna fill it with the color. Boom. Gave us the color. Now I'm really liking where I'm going here. So now we're getting like a shape here. I'm kind of sitting on top of it. Yes, it's nice. It's nice. It's nice. It's nice. We can go ahead and move it up now. We're gonna do one more. Let's move it up again. Let's do one. Move it up some more. Do one more. Move it up even more. Now I want to do this one at like, let's say 5% opacity. Boom. We're gonna do this one at like 15%. Boom. Oh, 15%. Boom. We're gonna do this one at like 30%. Boom. You see, it's just giving a little dynamic to it. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit. I mean, nothing overbearing at all. Now, actually bring this way up like that. Move this one like this. Do I like that better? It feels like it's like falling in the background a little bit. Let's it doesn't feel centered to my head anymore, so I'm just gonna move this over just a little bit like so. I think that's nice. I think that makes for a good design. Let's do a little something with this this book shows you how to area. Just a little something to break these areas up. So we're just gonna let this be this. We're gonna put it all in a group and we're gonna do this like a graphic. Background graphic. What is this? Oh, reference. That's the reference we made. Just got a feel for it again. Sometimes you have to just get on the tablet, get on the pen and pencil, and get a real feel for just touching it and using your motor skills to make the shapes. Because again, this mouse only could take you so far. It's very rigid in its design. It only could do what you tell it to do. But it's hard to be creative, you know, working with this medium. So what are we gonna do with this here? Should we just leave it? I think we should just probably, yeah. I'm like leaning towards we should just leave it, but it feels so like right here, it just feels so like it could be something. Let's just see what we can do. So we're gonna, do another layer. Let's do an edit. Let's do something similar to what we just did. Edit fill. Keep it consistent throughout the whole thing. So edit fill, duplicate that, or don't even duplicate that yet. I'm gonna duplicate it actually. Move it off, duplicate it, move it off. Have this one set to like, this one, the first one we made set to like, we had it at 5. 15. 30. Put 50. 30. 5, 15, and 30. Boom. And that just ties the top in with the bottom. A little bit. Kinda. Then we're just gonna take these 3, duplicate them, grab them, rotate them, move them off to the left, the right. Boom. Think that feels good. Save, save, save. All right, so we did that one, right? You're probably like, why aren't you naming those layers? Because I might just merge them all together. So I want to try something real quick before solidifying this decision. Oh, whoa. And again, this is one of the things you kind of sometimes run into happy mistakes. Like, I like how this highlights Digital Rim Consulting. So we did the triangle thing, but maybe the triangle thing isn't the move. Maybe the move is straight up all the way down. And just drawing your eye to the center of the graphic, which that might be the move. It feels very strong because again, we centered all of these, so that might be what we need to do. I'm really leaning towards that. That feels good. Okay, so it makes me think, how do I treat these blue ones with the same treatment, or give them a look that they're in the foreground and these are in the background? Let me look at the triangle again. You could mix them both up even. That gives like somewhat of a diamond effect. I would actually keep that. I'm gonna keep that. Again, that's the beautiful thing about just getting there and playing with it. Like, sometimes you just make happy mistakes. I didn't go into this with any type of idea of what I'm gonna do to make this book cover pop. But again, you just kind of flow with it. But it still feels like there needs to be some type of separation between this blue banner and this blue banner and the background. So what we're gonna do is, I'm not gonna name any of these. I'm just not, because I don't even know what to name them. but we're gonna do this triangles. We're gonna go ahead and delete these. Delete these because I'm just drag the ones we have up. And move them over. Let me make sure I save before any crashing happens or anything like that. I doubt it will, but you always want to be safe, never sorry. Boom. Save that. Just like that. I mean, I'm sitting here act like I know what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Like I know what I'm doing. I know a little something. Just a little something. Now, another thing you can do, if you're new to Photoshop, which most of you probably aren't, but if you are, you can double click on a layer and you get the styles, layer styles. Layer styles is like a quick and dirty way to get effects put on your layers. What I'm thinking for this one is maybe a drop shadow, inner shadow, or a bevel. I'm gonna start with the drop shadow, see what that looks like. The drop shadow looks nice. I'm liking how that it feels like it's coming off the page now. I'm gonna take that drop shadow. I'm gonna take the distance down a little bit because it feels like it's coming too far off the page. Take the size down. Boom. Just like that. Just like that. I like the size actually how it was. It was kind of far off where it made it. Just like that. I'm gonna leave that there. I'm not sure if that's what I want to do yet. I'm gonna do a bevel. See what that looks like. The bevel gives you a more of a beveled look. I don't know a better way to say that, but more of a beveled look. Which that might work as well. You can soften it, you can harden it, whatever. You know, soften it. I personally like the soft bevel. But if you think of the bevel, how this square look and this angle kind of plays on the square and the angle. So the bevel look might be the move, or both of them together even might be the move. All right, what else did I say? I said bevel, inner shadow. Let's see what the inner, oh, you can't really do inner shadow and drop shadow don't go together well. So let's just see what the inner shadow looks like. The inner shadow actually makes it look like it's now suppressed inside. With that being said, I don't want the inner shadow, but what I do want is to put that bevel back on. I want that drop shadow. I'm gonna put that, leave that like that. And what I'm gonna do is double click on the DIY credit repair and put the inner shadow on that. Boom, inner shadow's on that. Now you can see it just kind of graded out. What you wanna do is just drop the size a little bit. Drop the size, drop the distance. Until you get it to where you like it. Credit repair guide, boom. I don't know, because it makes it look blurry to me. Maybe if I just keep it like that. Boom. So DIY credit repair guide. Now, I say I want to do that for my digital room consulting part. So I want to right click, copy layer style, go to my header, That's why naming is important. Go to your header, paste layer style, boom, we have it on our top banner. And I actually want to, since that's the only thing up there, let's go ahead and boss up there. You know what I'm saying? Let's just make that. What is it? What is it? I forgot what it's called when the guy sits and he spreads his legs as wide as he can, whatever it's called. I forgot. You know what it is. Boom. Credit repair guide. Think I'm liking this. I think I'm gonna take the effect off of here since I made it strong. I don't want it to override. I don't want it to override the general message. Now with the same thing, the header banner, we're gonna do a right click, copy layer style, paste layer style, boom. I think it sits a little too hard. Now it's kind of, that's too much. But we can go here and just edit it up. Let's take the drop shadow, no, let's take the bevel off. I'm really starting to lean away from the bevel because I like how flat it looked. The bevel looks kind of old school, if you want to say. So we're gonna just take the bevels off. It makes it look old school. Like that's an old style. Like nobody really does the bevels anymore, or these cheesy, you want to call them cheesy, or these layer styles. They work in some instances, don't get me wrong, but they not in all instances. But I think this is good right here. I'm really liking this. I think some little small touches will make this a lot better. Just small little things. So let's say we want to, now we have the header. Let's add one more thing. Let's do a new layer. Let's just make a quick little shape here. Do an edit fill. You see me do this a million times. Now you should be very familiar. We're gonna do a white. Boom. D, Z. And we're just gonna do some small little filler shapes to make it, you know, make it feel a little more I don't even know the word. Decorative, even? That's not the word. Call this a breaker. Boom. That even further lets me know that this is not centered where I want it to be. Boy, oh, it probably changed when I scaled it up like that. Boom. See, just the little details make such a difference. You gotta pay attention to those little details. I think it needs to be a little thinner, even. And that draws the eye inward towards the words digital room. We're gonna do something similar for this footer graphic, because I was definitely, like I said, I was feeling like something's missing on these, and we're gonna get it right. So I'm gonna make a copy of this, and I'm gonna take this down to the footer. In the footer, I'm gonna grab these. And I'm noticing there might maybe another happy little mistake. If I put a line right here, it'll break that up a little bit. But I'm gonna go with my original plan of just moving these off to the side, using the same treatment as the header. And probably even try to line it up with that. Oh, okay. Now it's getting real technical now, because now I'm looking at the background to see if they're lined up properly, because now I'm looking at the text here compared to the text there. And these are all little subtle things that you pay attention to when designing, because in the end it all comes together. So saying digitalrim.com, after following these steps, you can boom, boom, boom. Those two big points are pointed out. Huge points. All right, I'm gonna do a dog going crazy. I'm gonna do one more. Actually, I'm not gonna do one more. I'm just leaving the header footer. Everything else can just sit on its own. DIY credit repair can probably be a little bit bigger though. So we're gonna do that. I like to call it credit management, but it's officially what the name is called, so we're gonna stick with that. Boom, now there you have it. I think that'll make a good ebook cover. I mean, let me know what you think down at the bottom. You know, hopefully I don't get any trolls in here saying it's trash. I think all artists, I definitely give my big shout out to all artists at whatever level they're at. And you know, every person has their own taste and opinion. Working with my brand colors and kind of within my brand colors, but giving this message, I think this is a good place to have it. It shows my face. It shows my brand. It stays true to my brand colors, and it kind of gives a little dynamic to it. So it sets it apart. So we're just gonna leave that there. I didn't want to go too far into it because again, it's just a more technical book. So they want to make it like it's some type of computer animation type of book. It's a technical book that shows you the steps to how to do these things. So I'm going to do a quick read over, make sure my text is right, and then you know, save this out. So don't forget to save. But let me hop out real quick to wrap this up. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that. I'm still in my stuff. It's still in my suit and tie and all this. You know, I usually don't create my graphics in my suit and tie, but you can see, and now you can see the progression. Just like I'm talking to you now, I took footage just like this, took it in the VLC player or QuickTime when once playing it, took a snapshot of that actual image or that actual footage, used it as a picture to implement into my Photoshop file. I actually didn't get into like more of the color correcting of the photo, which I will do, but we'll cover all like photo manipulation and color correction in another video. I just wanted to give a quick rundown of how I'm creating my ebook graphic. So hopefully it'll be helpful to you if you need it. And again, on the design side, it kind of shows you what's possible through using Photoshop, of how you can create your own graphic for your own ebook or your own whatever it might be, your own digital graphics using your picture or whatnot. So I gave you a quick rundown of that. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a good one. And again, like I always say, do one thing today that takes you closer to your goals. One thing, only one thing, at minimum one thing that takes you closer to your goals. So have a blessed one and do that one thing. Later, y'all. Peace.